Welcome to Networks Professionals.
All right, let's jump right into this. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to unpack absolutely everything you need to know about the CompTIA Data Plus certification. Look, if you're a focused learner trying to take the wildly chaotic world of data and turn it into a structured, understandable, and, let's be honest, lucrative career path, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to cut through all the noise today and just give you the pure, actionable facts. Because it's a real problem, right? You pull up any job board and you just see endless demands for Tableau, Power BI, SQL, Python, Excel. The list of software is completely overwhelming. How are you actually supposed to break in without getting totally lost in that technology soup? Well, the answer is framing this specific certification as your starting point. CompTIA Data Plus is custom designed to be the perfect, focused entry point into analytics, really grounding you in the core principles rather than just teaching you which buttons to click in one specific program. So, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. What is CompTIA Data Plus? 2. Breaking down the exam. 3. Career opportunities and salaries. 4. How to prepare and pass. And 5. Is Data Plus right for you? Starting with Section 1. What is CompTIA Data Plus, the foundation of analytics? Think about the sheer volume of data organizations are generating right now. They desperately need professionals who know how to scoop up that raw data, clean it, and actually transform it into meaningful insights. And the most critical concept to grasp here is that this certification is vendor neutral. That's a massive selling point. Unlike certs that lock you into just one single software ecosystem, Data Plus teaches you universal analytical concepts. We're talking data collection, statistical analysis, data mining. So whether your future boss uses Tableau, Power BI, or some completely custom internal tool, the skills you learn here are going to be highly valuable and totally applicable. Let's quickly clear up a really common misconception while we're at it. Because it's so popular, people always ask if Data Plus is related to Microsoft. It's actually not. It's offered by CompTIA, which is a completely separate certification body. But, and this is a big but, while they are separate, Data Plus knowledge pairs perfectly with Microsoft technologies. Grasping these foundational concepts will absolutely make you infinitely better at using Excel, Power BI, SQL Server, you name it. Moving on to Section 2, breaking down the exam, or as I like to call it, facing the beast. Let's look at the hard facts for the current DAO 002 exam, so you know exactly what you're walking into. Looking at the exam domains, you can see right away where you need to focus. Notice that biggest slice? Data analysis makes up 24% of the exam, but it's super close. Data acquisition and preparation is sitting at 22%, and then data concepts and visualization are both at 20%. Rounding it out is data governance at 14%, which is basically how a company manages security, privacy, and data quality. Bottom line, you have to have a really balanced understanding of the entire data lifecycle to pull this off. Here is a fast-paced fact for you. 90. When you sit down in that chair, you're going to face a maximum of 90 questions. It's a mix of multiple choice and performance-based questions that actually test your practical skills. And your time limit? Exactly 90 minutes. That means you've got to stay sharp and pace yourself to average about 1 minute per question. Now, the magic number you're aiming for is 675. That's your passing score. CompTIA uses a kind of quirky scale that ranges from 100 to 900, so hitting that 675 proves you have a solid, verified grasp of the material. And what about the cost? A standard exam voucher is going to run you approximately $253. Just keep in mind that pricing can fluctuate a bit based on your country, local taxes, and regional partners, so for sure verify the latest pricing in your specific area before you buy it. I do want to reassure you, though, actually taking this exam is highly accessible. CompTIA develops the test, but Pearson VUE administers it. That means you can literally go take it in person at a local Pearson VUE testing center. Or, if you'd rather stay in your sweatpants, you can take it online from home using their remote proctoring system. You just have to make sure your setup meets their technical requirements. All right, Section 3, Career Opportunities and Salaries, the payoff. We've talked about what it takes to get the cert, but what's the actual return on your investment here? Well, because CompTIA is globally recognized, the financial payoff is super clear no matter where you live. In the US, entry-level salaries usually sit between $60,000 and $95,000, and in the UK, it's roughly £30,000 to £55,000. It just goes to show that foundational analytics skills are fiercely valued everywhere. Companies know that someone with a Data Plus cert can actually build reports, spot trends, and ultimately drive better business decisions. So what specific jobs are we talking about? This unlocks some pretty great entry-level doors across massive sectors like healthcare, finance, retail, you name it. You're looking at titles like data analyst, business analyst, reporting analyst, or data quality analyst. It's just an incredibly versatile foundation that gets your foot in the door in pretty much any industry that relies on data, which, let's be real, is all of them today. Pivoting to Section 4, How to Prepare and Pass, Your Roadmap. Let's look at a concrete, achievable study plan, especially if you're a beginner feeling a little intimidated. Now, CompTIA technically recommends having 18 to 24 months of experience, but honestly, a ton of beginners pass this with zero prior work experience just by using a structured study plan. Check this out. Month 1, you just focus on data fundamentals, basic stats in Excel. Month 2, you get your hands dirty with SQL and data cleaning. By month 3, you're jumping into a tool like Power BI to build dashboards, and you start taking mock exams. And those final 2 weeks? Pure review of your weak spots and drilling those official practice tests. It is entirely doable. But here is the absolutely crucial tip. Do not just memorize answers. It will not work. Step 1 is deeply understanding the core concepts. Step 2, you gotta practice actually interpreting charts. You need to know what the data is screaming at you. Step 3, get comfortable with basic SQL queries. And step 4, do not ignore the less flashy stuff, okay? Review governance, privacy, and data quality. Really get comfortable with descriptive statistics and take several timed practice exams so that 90-minute limit doesn't trip you up on the big day. Which brings us to our final stop, Section 5. Is Data Plus right for you? The final verdict. We want to give you a totally balanced view here. It is important to point out a key limitation from this source material. This is an entry-level stepping stone. It's incredibly valuable, yes, but it is not an advanced deep dive into heavy programming or machine learning. It's strictly fundamentals. If you're hunting for specialized, high-level cloud analytics or data engineering, Data Plus is the precursor to those things, not the replacement. But this right here is the ultimate takeaway. If you're a beginner or maybe an IT pro trying to pivot into analytics, Data Plus is hands down one of the best entry-level certs out there. Why? Because it teaches you the core, unshakable principles without trapping you in one single vendor's ecosystem. When you take this vendor-neutral knowledge and pair it with actual hands-on tool experience, like booting up SQL, Excel, Power BI, or Python, you become an absolutely unstoppable candidate for entry-level roles. Every single company out there needs someone who can make sense of their numbers. The global demand is massive, the roadmap to get there is clear, and the foundational knowledge you pick up here is going to serve you for your entire career, regardless of what new software gets invented tomorrow. So I guess the only thing left to ask is, are you ready to take that first step, master the fundamentals, and transform raw data into your brand new career?
Thanks for watching.